Hey gang, Tony here. That was a long one, and I'm actually wearing pants today. Go figure. Instead of pajamas. So, okay, I woke up this morning and it was cold. It's like 30-something degrees, and it was raining last night. Raining yesterday. Flurries this morning. But I had a little tingling in my balls, and I said, Tony, you should go yard selling today. And then, like, right after, I called my doctor and made an appointment for the ball thing. But I felt like there had to be something out there today, even though it's cold and rainy and all that kind of stuff. It is April, and I haven't been to a single yard sale yet. So I went out. I had some other errands to do. I had to send some stuff out, but I went. And I found a yard sale. And I got some stuff. I'm very happy because it turns out that, as my old Catholic priest used to say, always follow your balls. And it turns out that they were not wrong this time. I got a little bit of everything that I am obsessed with at this yard sale. So I'm going to show you what I got. Eh? Alright. I promise I won't talk about my balls anymore. Okay. So, let's start with some VHS tapes. Probably would have passed on these if they hadn't been only a quarter each, but for a quarter, I, can't really pass up. I figured let me get some... Just make it so that I can't walk around my place anymore because there's no room on the floors for anything. The first thing I got was a video cleaning system, one of the tapes that you put in the VCR to clean the VCR. I do have one of these, like another one, but it never really worked that well. And this one still had some of the tape solution, which I usually end up using like alcohol, rubbing alcohol. So I got it because it was a quarter, and you could always use a head cleaner, right? Insert dirty joke. Tremors. And I did check all these. This was an old Blockbuster rental. I like Tremors. The first one. First one's really good. Second one's alright. Don't own it. I have VHS. An American Werewolf in London. Again, this is just one of these movies that I don't happen to own and I love. And for a quarter, I'll take a VHS tape of it. I still do watch VHS tapes a lot. So, this is the Vestron video release from '81. Looks pretty good. Good condition and all that good stuff. And finally, got Alien. Why not? I actually do own the quadrilogy on DVD, but I wanted to round it out and make it a buck, and this was the only other tape that I figured was worth getting. This is probably kind of a throwaway, but whatever. Alright, so that was the horror VHS stuff. Next up are video games. Of course I found video games. It's kind of amazing, actually, that the first yard sale I went to for the season had video games, and that I got there and really ridiculous in a sense. So, okay, I get there, I ask if they have any video games, because it was kind of like spread out, and I was cold, and kind of thought, I've been to this one before, by the way. Apparently they have like a bunch of other people coming in and bringing other stuff now, but it used to be just the one lady, and I was familiar with the place, so I wasn't really expecting much. But they point over at a box, I go walk over, and it's a box of Super Nintendo stuff with the system and everything. So, we got the system, which I haven't touched this stuff at all yet. So it's dirty, and I haven't tested it, but I wanted to show you guys, true to life, what I picked up. So there's I didn't really show you that closely, but you can see it's pretty dirty. And it came with 2 controllers, the AV cord, the official Nintendo AV cord, and the official AC adapter. So this right here is a big selling point for me because most of the time when you see Super Nintendo system, any video game system these days, it's not that hard to find them per se, but it is kind of tough. Not tough, but it's a little rarer to find them with the official hookups. You know, you'll find the consoles, but they won't have the AC adapter. They won't have the controllers, or they won't have the AV connector. So that kind of is always a pain because then you got to go find that stuff. So it was nice that it came with that. I'm going to pause here before I show you the games that came with it, just to tell you how much I paid and the whole deal with that. So I go over. She says she wants $50 for the box of stuff, and I'm notoriously and unapologetically cheap when I go to yard sales. I am. I don't care. That's what yard sales are for. You know, if I wanted to pay more, I would sit at home in the comfort of my house and, you know, order stuff on eBay and pay a premium price for it, but I wouldn't have to go out. When you go out and you drive around and you go in the cold and the heat and you're looking through all their junk and you have to, you know, pick up dirty crap or whatever, you want a little bit of a discount for that, don't you? And similarly, they don't have to go through the trouble of listing and taking the fees off and all that kind of crap, so there should be a little give and take there. So $50 to my cheap mind is a lot of money. I know it's worth it. Once you see everything, you'll say, yeah, that's worth $50. But for me, it's like, no, that's expensive. So I offered like $30, and she just flat out no. I was like, I was kind of expecting that. She didn't come back with an offer, a second offer, which is always a bad sign because it insinuates that they're not gonna budge, and that's basically what happened. She did not budge. I threw out all the tricks I know. I walked away from the lot for a while, acted like I didn't really want it. I picked up stuff, all the particularly dirty carts, and was like kind of, oh, these are pretty dirty, all that kind of stuff. I tried different price points, and she just shut it down. And frankly, $50 is a good enough price that I felt like if I left it there, I would regret it, and someone would scoop it up. In this area, someone would scoop it up like that. So I went for the $50, but being the cheapskate that I am, I had to get something. So I picked this up, and I said, throw this in for free. And she said, okay. It's just a plastic spiked skull stick, probably a Halloween costume thing from, you know, Party City or some crap. She wanted $2 for it, so really I just got like $2 off by getting this. But I don't think there are any markings on it, but it is pretty damn cool. I was gonna buy this anyway, to be honest, because look, just look. Of course I was gonna buy this. Don't you know me at all? Hello, beautiful. So yeah, she threw that in for free, and I felt like, okay, I got that for free, okay. So there is that. That's the other horror thing that I got that's kind of like part of what I was saying earlier. Alright, so games. Let's do the games before you guys get bored of me. We have Izzy's Quest for the Olympic Rings. Izzy's Quest for the Olympic Rings. Everything's like a little damp. That's the other thing that I legitimately was a little worried about because it had rained. I meant to bring in a paper towel to dry these off as I was showing you guys. I was a little worried about the dampness because, of course, it's going to mess up labels, and these are electronics, so I'm going to have to open everything up and make sure everything's dry and clean everything before I even test it. But Izzy's Quest for the Olympic Rings, I didn't look any of this stuff up, but when I saw this, it triggered something in my head. I feel like this... I just recently heard something about this game. I don't know if it's a sought-after game. Might be worth nothing, might be worth something. I can't remember. I feel like I was just hearing about this game, though, so that might be something. I should know my games better by now, but... Alright, this one is pretty messed up. It's Spider-Man versus X-Men. X-Man? Huh. Spider-Man versus X-Man. The label looks like just... It's falling off. I feel like I have this game already, possibly. So, you know, I was not so happy about the label on that one, but again, you know, what are you going to do? Take what you can. This is Wild Snake. Never heard of that one, probably a throwaway. Looks like it could be fun, though. I think it's Snake. The old, you know, like an updated version of the old Snake game. Alright. Next up. These are, like, very... they're wet. I tried to get money off because of that, too. I was like, these are all wet. They were out in the rain or something? No, they weren't in the rain. I'm like, nah, just take money off. She wouldn't budge. Super Black Bass, you know, fishing game. Another throwaway for me, anyway. I don't know. Some people like these games. I am not a huge fan. Oh, this one's good. Mickey Mania, The Timeless Adventures of Mickey Mouse. I'll play that. Play that all day. That one has a little bit of writing on the back, nothing crazy. I can get that off with my little marker trick. This I'm excited about. It's not the Battletoads game that I would have wanted necessarily, but it is a Battletoads game, and it's Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. So it's not, the one I would have liked was, I can't even remember if it's a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, or on both, or what the deal is, but Battletoads and Double Dragon, that one, that's a game that I would have liked to find. But, you know, Battletoads, pretty cool. Got another Super Mario World. I have copies of this. In fact, I feel like I just sold off most of my extra copies, and I have another extra copy of... Oh, God, this is the one that's, like, just filthy. Ugh. It's Aladdin, which I'm pretty sure I have somewhere. But it is just gross. This one is nasty. It is nasty. Look at that game. Take $10 off, because this game is nasty. She didn't take the $10. This is the game, though, that I picked up, and I was like, $40? Ugh. And she's like, I looked it up on eBay. This stuff is worth $200. Go fuck yourself. What? I know it's worth more than $50, but I don't think it's worth $200, unless there's some games in there that I'm just, they're, you know, not aware of the price. Do I keep dipping out of frame? I don't know if I'm in frame when I'm doing this. There's only a couple more. Alright, we have, this is cool. Kirby's Dream Land Part 3. That's a nice one. I like Kirby. Who doesn't like Kirby? Come on! Guys like Kirby. And we have Earth Defense Force. Don't know that game. Probably a throwaway. When I say throwaway, I'm not actually going to throw them away, guys. Come on. Come on. I just mean, damn, this one's real wet, too. Ugh. I have some work to do on this lot. And I have this game, Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2. Ugh. Water's dripping off this. Jesus F. The fuck? I actually said to her, I've been to I told you, I've been to this yard sale. Before I left, I even said to her, I'm like, listen, if I go home and this system doesn't work or these games don't work, well, the game should be fine. Should be, I hope. The system with the moisture, I mean, I'm going to dry it out first before I test anything, because that's what would break it, is trying to turn it on with moisture in there. But I said to her, just to be safe, I was like, can I bring this back if it doesn't work? Because it is wet. It looks like it was in the rain, even though you said it wasn't. I just want to cover my butt. She said, sure. You know, she kind of knows me. She knows that I know they do their yard sale like all year, so She can't really say no. So I have that possibility. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine, though. And finally, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Alright, that is everything that I got today. I spent a total of $51 on the VHS tapes and the video game lot and the free giant fucking giant stick of doom. By the way, that's the name of my anyway, so pretty good lot, I think. I would have liked to spend less, but it's certainly, as far as I'm concerned, still a pretty good deal. Not a steal, but a deal. And forgive me, I didn't have enough coffee yet. When I don't drink enough coffee, I rhyme. So I hope this is the beginning of the new yard sale season. I didn't see any other yard. There's one yard sale. So, you know, it might be a while still before they really get into gear. But I'm going out tomorrow with my brother to go shopping. We might hit some stuff. Maybe go to the flea market just to, like, get our fix. Kind of get back into the groove. I'm going to go before I do anything else stupid. Everybody, thank you for watching Yard Sale video. First one of 2016. Cheers. Breathe deep in the night. I'm coming around the other side. Oh my God, what is it doing?